Welcome back to Nature's Galaxy. I'm your host and talkative friend Luna. Thank you so much for stopping by and trusting me with your cards. Yes, this is round 2 from the live that I did earlier. Something told me to go back and watch it. I wasn't going to watch the whole thing because obviously some readings, I don't know, just had a feeling to like start skipping around. And so when I skipped around, I was just like, oh crap. The audio is just, no wonder people kept leaving the chat. Well, obviously the chat was off, but you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and jump into it. If the same cards come out, okay. If they don't, c'est la vie. Okay. Using the Modern Witches Tarot, let's see what the message is for Libra at this time. So far, not the same cards. We have Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. Whew. Finally, Libra, finally. The good luck is coming back around. The love is coming back around. Justice is coming back around. You're coming online, as they say. But when it comes down to the Justice card here, any type of injustice that you had, things will be moving in your favor. Bottom of the deck, we have everything is fine. So you have been showing a brave face in certain circumstances and in certain situations. But I think now is the time to truly speak your mind even more compared to the past where you could have been bashful, shy, coy, different things like that. Okay? With the Wheel of Fortune here, it's for some of you, the message is fortune favors the bold, but be mindful with how you rely on certain friends at this time. I can't necessarily tell you more than that though. It's very much a situational thing when it comes down to Libra energy. So with the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune, things will move in your favor, but you are going to have to leave certain things behind. The Eight of Cups. You've been leaving things behind anyway. About the Eight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, or the Justice. These are actually really popular. Let me show you. All together. Justice, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Cups. But I like it. I mean, they say, and I understand as a Libra myself, it's really hard for us to move away from certain things. And it really does feel like it's one cup at a time that Libra has to like thoroughly go through. But it looks like there is a culmination that has been in the works for a long time. It's finally getting out of the way. Where's Aries? Up to... What's up from across the world? So I did Aries a few days ago, so it should actually be on my channel, okay? With the Eight of Cups, a long time coming. For some of you, you could be going into healing practices coming up, whether you're going to be the student or you're going to a teacher. It does look like it is going to favor you at this time. Time finally moves in Libra's favor, but there is again this huge push towards justice. Any type of injustice that you felt, even my kitten deck right here, Justice was the first card. So double justice, whether you do something or you don't do something. Some of this actually is a message from the other side. Now some people don't like that, but as a medium it does come through at times. So fear not, says the other side. Fear not. There's certain things that you couldn't even predict is what I'm getting. Certain things you can't predict, couldn't predict. So many things want to favor you at this time all over again. You know how like a few years ago, all Libras, you know, I wouldn't say people fell at our feet, but I will say when it comes down to Libra energy, people are just like, oh, Libra always gets this. Oh, Libra gets this. Oh, Libra gets this. And for a while, it was just like, dang, where did all that luck go? It looks like it's all coming back. The Five of Pentacles, I did see it for a moment in time. Be mindful of the stories you listen to, not in a bad way, but with the Five of Pentacles here, you could also be divinely distracted as well. which is interesting. So if you need to be somewhere, you need to catch a bus, you need to catch a train, yes, stay and listen to certain conversations, listen to certain stories, but remember, the train can be late, the plane can be late, the bus can be late, you cannot be late. All right, so this is actually something in the coming 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. I think as well, if it does extend into the months at this time, you want to be on time for your luck. This is what it looks like. You want to take and make sweeping changes in your life. It does take a good bit of sitting down, planning, investigating, and or let's say you have a friend that loves investigative work, maybe like a Scorpio or like a Taurus or something. You need to go to those people. You don't have to, but I'm just saying, like, if they enjoy it, you like being around them, go ahead and ask. I'm pretty sure they would love to go down like the rabbit hole. Interesting, we have Scorpio bottom of the deck. 7 of Swords, we also have Temperance. We'll get into that in a second. So you and a Scorpio and or Sagittarius may not be seeing eye to eye at this time, and or you have distanced yourself away from these people because it's all about them, apparently. Next, we have the Page of Wands, and I'm saying this as in people who are outside of your chart, outside of any type of energy that you also carry within yourself. To each their own. I mean, obviously, it's always about us at the end of the day. But with Libras, you give so much of your healing energy to other people. Saturn across in Aries is just like, look, Libra, enough. I need you to rejuvenate for yourself. So Page of Wands, there are certain things that you want to invest in now, whether yourself, your projects, your education. You have the Wheel of Fortune on your side. Do not doubt this. Next, we have the Hierophant. There goes that Taurus. I told you. So Venus energy coming through strong. The Taurus may have a message for you. Another Libra may have a message for you. And or a Scorpio, Aquarius, or a Leo. Heavy on the Scorpio, heavy on the Taurus energy. There could be some healing that goes on between you and your body coming up. Taurus is more like the body when it comes down to Venus energy. And Libra is more about the mind, falling in love with the essence, so to speak. So I believe both of these energies within you are healing. You could also have Taurus within your chart. And it's been a rough one, okay? Uranus is finally out of Taurus. You are finally going to be able to understand what's going on in your psyche. You're going to be able to go ahead and understand your transformation better. But I feel like these are also like body goals or something like that for some of you. Losing weight, so on and so forth. Now, for some of you, it looks like marriage is on the table if you're not in a relationship already. Also, I mentioned this earlier, but I will be back tomorrow to do a Libra love reading. I sharpshoot reading, so just be well aware, like I'll read something like months ahead of time. So if you do tap in tomorrow, just understand I may pick up on your situation now, or I may pick up on it like way down the line. Okay. New friends is what I'm getting. Queen of Pentacles for the next card out. You are very fertile at this time if you're a woman, because I'm looking at the rabbit here. So somebody in your life could be pregnant, you could be pregnant, you could be thinking about getting pregnant, married, so on and so forth. Or it's the lineage when it comes down to the DNA, the women in your bloodline, in your generational line, so on and so forth, something like that. And I'm also looking at this goat head right here. So you've been working really hard, you've been studying really hard, you've been healing your body. So massive improvements when it comes down to any type of ailments you had, when it comes down to any type of disabilities potentially. You are gaining more muscle strength coming up. And maybe if you're not there yet, it is predicted for you in the future for you to at least start regaining that muscle mass, for you to start regaining that muscle memory, for you to start regaining that muscle strength. You may not need to tell everyone. I mean, you don't need to tell everyone, for instance, because then you're going to start leaking your dopamine. When we start saying like certain things that we plan on doing instead of just doing it and following through with what we want to do, it gives our brain a false sense of, oh, we already did it. So be mindful of that. Now, I will say if you've already done that, it's fine, but it is going to be a little while for that dopamine to like build itself back up again, that confidence to build itself back up again. Now, if you've had certain quote unquote falls, or at least like more eyes on Libra with certain things that aren't necessarily done just yet, I do feel like once you get that momentum back, it is going to be a bullet train. So the next two cards that came out were the Three of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So the Three of Swords did come out earlier. At the first message that I did at the beginning of today, but I do feel like this is a separate message altogether. Okay, so if you do want to watch that reading that I did earlier today, it has its own message. In this particular circumstance, with the Three of Swords and the Queen of Cups, if there was a heartbreak, there was a romance, there was a love that broke your heart, or potentially if you're in a romantic or love or marriage situation right now, the universe wants you to look at this. Can I get my words? Am I going to keep dripping over my tongue? Hello. Anyway, so with the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Swords, and the Queen of Cups, it is time for you to see things how they are. So how deep do some of these wounds go? Now, I don't necessarily know everybody's physical mobility, but I know for me, just giving myself as an example, because I too am a Libra, I'm a September Libra, we have to move the body all the time. So I practice yoga as much as I can. I do a little bit of Pilates, just a little bit, not too much. It's like once every few months, and that's just like me being at home. Either way, there's going to be certain yoga practices for some of you that come up that actually tell you, like your body wants to tell you what has been sitting inside of its muscles, where say you were in a relationship, it was abusive to XYZ, your body is going to start telling you how deep you actually felt in these situations, how deep that heartbreak actually went, how you might have even felt very used in the past. We have the Star card at the bottom of the deck, along with the Six of Cups. We also have the High Priestess. Cool. Love that. Let me hide these cards. At least try to. Okay. So for some of you, a wish coming true around pregnancy, or finding your person, or finding your dream job, falling into alignment what you truly want in this life. So now we have Aquarius in the equation. You might be attracting a lot of fixed signs at this time. So Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. So maybe you had certain fixed sign placements in the past that you didn't necessarily favor, they didn't necessarily favor you, so on and so forth. I do feel like there are new energies coming back around. It does also look like an Aquarius, to some extent, wants to offer an apology. I don't really know how deep that goes. But with this Aquarius energy here, it is talking about hope. So if there was a decline in your mental, whether it was anxiety, whether it was depression, there's something along those lines, I do feel like there is healing that's coming in now, especially when it comes down to your fulfillment, your joy, what you actually pour your heart and soul into compared to the past. Okay. Six of Cups. Nostalgia. So yeah, there's definitely some Aquarius or Pisces placement person from the past that wants to get your attention. I don't really know how far into quote unquote the past it is. It could have been like a few months, it could be like a year, it could be like 5 years or something along those lines, something like that. Maybe even more. It just depends on your story. But this Aquarius Pisces individual sees you as the Queen of Wands at this time. Very fiery, secretive, mysterious in your own right. And mysterious does not have to be something that's evil. It's something that's private. It's something for you. So again, mystery does not have to be something major, which is the best part about it. Because I think for a minute and a half, you could have dipped into some form of self-doubt, but a lot of people actually want to see you grow. But the thing is, the twist about all of this is you can't really tell a lot of people about it. There's a lot of feminine energy here. So a lot of this is mental, psychological, so on and so forth. If you were questioning some of the friendships you have, because this is also the friendship card, I feel like people are going to start coming back around, but you do need your reliable space. You do need new boundaries. Where in the past you wanted to be available, you wanted to be open. Now the universe wants you to put your dreams first. And that's a beautiful thing. And you know it's the right thing to do, especially highlighted here. I almost dropped some cards. In the High Priestess energy. Okay, let me move these cards for a second. This is actually really good. I do enjoy this reading for you. For some of you looking at the Wheel of Fortune, the Star card, the High Priestess, if you had issues recalling some of your dreams, I do feel like that's going to start coming back around. Maybe you were drinking a little bit too much, maybe smoking too much, maybe there was a lot of stress on your mind, maybe it was trauma. I do feel like your subconscious wants to start telling you the story, the underlying story of what's really going on in your life. So again, I really do feel like this is some beautiful energy that's healing for you. Not the stereotypical healing of, oh, I'm healing. No, I think your subconscious is like, I'm ready. Like I'm truly ready at this point in time. So for some of you, if you were confused about moving, I think the pathway is going to become more clear. If there was some reputation damage recently, not all Libras, but you know, what I'm getting is the Libras that are watching this reading. If there's any type of disruption to your reputation, it will be healing at this time. Some Libras, we're going to leave them over there. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, we're just going to leave them over there. So in this case scenario, there is a rift here between certain Libras where some Libras are definitely on that high path where it's just like, okay, I made this type of mistake. I realized that I got to be mature in this type of situation. I have to evolve, and you are evolving. You are healing. And then there are other Libras where you can't be in their camp. That's what I'm getting. You just can't be. And it's time for you, for some of you, to do that deep inner shadow work. And I do feel like it's going to be really positive for you. This is awesome. This is really awesome. And then 4 Wands. So you were actively waiting. You were actively listening. The Fool card. You are creating your new clean slate. Doesn't matter what other people wanted from you from the past. It also looks like, again, people from the past, they see you differently now. This is amazing. Wow. Okay, Libra. See you later. This is your reading. See you later, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day. All right. Let's get a few more clarifiers. You know, it's not like it's like amazing or anything, but just in case. So there's a lot of women characters around you. Let's really see what's going on here, what you need to be prepared for, because when there's a lot of women around, you gotta be on. You gotta be all the way turned on. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Let's see when it comes down to these women characters in your life. What do they want to tell you? What do they also need to express to you about also evolving, standing up, looking straighter, better posture, so on and so forth? What's up? What's up? Okay. Oh, divinely protected. You are divinely protected at this time. You walk through storms dry, You're not lucky, you're guarded. You're guarded by your ancestors. You're guarded by the people who have crossed over. If you have been tapping more into your ancestry, you've been sharing it with other people. For some of you, you know, especially with this Aquarius card here, maybe you've gone a long time without seeing the lineage of your family. Maybe you haven't seen the lineage of your family at all, but I just feel like there's these small milestones that are going to start appearing in front of you so you can connect more to your lineage, so you can connect more to just feeling connected to this world. The draconic version of Libra is going towards the next star constellation, which is Aquarius. You have gone through certain levels of isolation. And so now it looks like the universe wants you to be brought back into the fold of connectedness. This is amazing. Let's look at this moving energy. 10 of Cups, 4 Wands. Now, for some of you, if you're not moving, changes to the home. It's been a long time coming. You haven't meant to procrastinate. You've had a lot on your table, but it looks like now you just want to add some flair. You want to add some feng shui. You want to clean certain things up. You want to toss some things where it's just like, I've had this for years and it's connected to certain memories and it's time to go. This can also, again, be connected to the body. Okay, we have boundaries. No is an entire sentence. So if you are a mother at this time, especially with your kids going back to school, you are going to have to lay down new firm boundaries. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. You know what? That also just kind of like popped into my mind. For some of you, you're still thinking about your dream home. Like, you know, deep down inside, you're still not settled with certain things. You're just not. No, yep, no is an entire sentence. And maybe some people may, for a moment in time, have tried to convince you where it's just like, oh, but this is what you want. But you know deep down inside, that's absolutely not what you want. That's not what you want. All right, so next card that popped out, Lovers in Every Lifetime. So if you don't find yourself in a relationship right now at this time, I don't know, like, even... Now, I will say this when it comes down to Libra energy. It's like people deal with Libras and then after, because this happened to me a few times. Now, I am cool with some people. Then, of course, like, not everybody's going to be cool with their exes. But from what I know, from what I've seen, a lot of Libras have this karma about us where when people deal with us, the next relationship they get in, it's like they find their one. And it can be really insulting. Again, not all the time for sure. I know, for instance, I know like 2 people who are my exes that ended up getting married, and I'm so proud of them because I'm just like, wow. It's a little jarring, but at the same time, what a beautiful responsibility. And then other times it's just like, Libra's trying to almost blame themselves. Like, what did I do? You didn't do anything, Libra. You were building them up. And what they did was they took your lessons, the lessons that they had within the entity of the relationship, and they brought it into something else. So I also feel like for some of them, those relationships, those people, they actually might feel guilty. For some of them, not all of you, whatever that's supposed to mean. Really put yourself where it fits. This would just be a confirmation. So Lovers in Every Lifetime. So for some of you, if you're married, whether you're in a straight relationship or a same-sex relationship, it does feel like there's beautiful harmony that's coming in. Even going well into the winter season, you and your partner are going to really mingle very well coming up. Especially if there's beautiful, clear communications here. I will say, if there's too many boundaries where the partner, you and or them, aren't able to truly connect themselves to their truth, it's like the Pluto energy is going to bring it up in interesting ways. In the next few years, not soon, but in the next few years, there might be some uproar. And I believe that's also Saturn in your 7th house, where it's just like Saturn favors Libras. It just is what it is. All right. But if you're single, let's get back to that for a second. If you're single, there's a lot of old energy from past relationships that energetically are being poured back into you, where it's just like, I want that Libra to find the love of their life. I want that Libra to find the home that they've always desired. You can feel this again to a certain extent. So again, I feel like this would just be confirmation. Like, you know, this energy is trying to find you. Don't settle for some of you. You know you still got a lot of work to do. You know you do. Don't settle. But I know for some Libras, it's a huge desire to have a relationship. So if that is bugging you at this time where you don't have a partner in your life, I do feel like, again, there are other teachers out there that are going to be helping you energetically speaking. I am not that teacher. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just explaining to you what I see on the table in front of me. But clean slate. A clean slate is here for Libra. We have delusional touch grass. Interesting. There are some people from old partnerships that still think about you. But it's like they're also not allowed to think about you, speak to you. It's interesting when I say think, though, where it's like they're not allowed to think of you. People can't really control people's minds, so there is some toxicity, but you're also picking up on this. Another confirmation, another one. Somebody from the past, or somebody is talking to their partner. Like, you might not even like be around these people, but from what I'm connecting into, their partner is, or it could also be certain people around you. They're comparing themselves to Libra, where it's just, well, look at Libra, look at what Libra did in that relationship. Look at Libra and how happy they are being single. Now, I don't feel like anybody's going to be telling you this to your face, but I do feel like to certain extents, people are comparing their home to yours, their marriage to yours. If you're married, yeah, strong boundaries with an ex-lover. This was a twin flame of yours. This is the masculine version of the card. The twin flame of your past, that is a man, is delusional over how, or they're hurt. The guilt is coming back up with how they hurt you. Okay. And then here we go with the twin flame of the woman version. So with the women's version, if they're delusional at the time, I feel like they would be single. This is what I'm tapping into, okay? This is not what I'm always going to be tapping into, but for right now, I feel like this woman is single. I don't know if the man's single or not, or in a situationship or anything like that, but I do feel like this woman right here is single. This person is looking at your social media quite a bit, and you're tuning into it. But I also think, like, in other circumstances, some people wish really well for you, and others, they want you to feel as low as they do. How's that gonna work? You're a Libra. You make everything literally beautiful. So even when you're sad, your whole surroundings, your whole environment looks beautiful, whether people can see the full picture or not. This is what I'm getting. Interesting. Okay. We're going to put all this love energy to the side real quick, especially this delusional energy. Let's get back to the cool stuff. Let's get back to our wishes and fulfillment. All right. The Wheel of Fortune and the Star card for Libra. We have Sagittarius here, divine timing. So some of you, because I'm looking at the Sagittarius card, but it says I'm going to head out. So there's something here about traveling. So you could be in ninth house energy where you're focusing on your education, what you want to do next, taking out a loan, where you want to travel. For some of you, it could be fashion. I'm looking at his jacket. So maybe you have Sagittarius in your chart. Maybe you have strong ninth house placements or 11th house placements. But when it comes down to the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune, what's really going to bring you fortune right now is expansion, making sure that, you know how some people are just like, sometimes you got to be a follower and or a student in order for you to go to the next step. Don't be afraid to be in that type of category. What I feel like for you, more than anything for the Libras, is that if you truly jump into this knowledge, this expansion. For some of you, you could be learning new languages as well, or doing more brain games. Ooh, brain games are really going to help you coming up. So if you can invest in that, divine timing. It says, OMG, stop asking. My ear is ringing now. Ears ringing. Somebody could be talking shit about a Libra. But yeah, this also goes back to reputation as well. The divine timing when it comes down to your reputation. You're not supposed to know everything. So a part of your heart wants to be vindicated, but I believe the universe wants you to shake out of this only because the universe can't do anything for Libra or surrounding these situations. If you keep looking at this situation, we have Aquarius again here. So you could have Aquarius in your chart. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, or again, it's something with your network, or something when it comes down to where you work, how you tried to expand yourself in the past. So for some of you, it's a huge but very beneficial 180. But also what I'm getting, again, there's a camp of Libras where you can't put yourself in that situation. You can't just be like, yeah, all Libras are the same. All Libras are completely evolved. No, no, not every Libra is evolved at all. I mean, a lot of us are smart. A lot of us play dumb, but there's some that are just, we're just going to put them over there. So, and maybe for a while you believed you were a part of that group that wasn't evolving. But again, the energies that I'm pulling in right now, that's not the case. It's just not the case. There's so many people around you that are also showing you this. People who believe in you, people who believe in your healing, people who believe in your education, people who believe that you are the star of your own show without destiny swapping. Destiny swap for what? For what? You're still puzzling and piecing all of your dream work back together. Maybe there's something with that company, like there's a movie that you need to see that might resonate with you coming up. I don't know. Ooh, so we have toxic. It's giving problematic. It's giving no. Rejection is God's protection. You see that little demon right there that's trying to get in? So any type of toxicity, it's like Saturn is closing the door on their face. And or like you can't even be in the area where people have brought toxicity into your life, where it's just like, oh, Libra doesn't do anything. Let's be so fucking for real for a second. Let's be so for real. Then why I also feel like some people are trying to flip the narrative on you. Be careful with condescension coming up, Libra. Be very careful with that. Try as hard as you can not to be condescending at all. Sometimes you just don't have to answer people at all. 3303 on the timer on my end. Especially when it comes down to learning and your new clean slate. This Aquarius card keeps coming up, but there's something, you need to protect yourself from certain Aquarians coming up. There's an Aquarius that wants another chance, but it's giving no. It's giving toxic. Interesting. We have joy. But you do need to cleanse your space coming up. All right, a few more cards and I'm gonna let us go. We got other things to do. We could dance in our room. We could do paintings. We could read. We could watch movies. I won't hold you guys for too terribly much longer. All right. We have soul ties. So there's some soul ties that you have released from the past and now they're completely out of your life, but they still have the soul tie to you now. So they put all of this on you, but if you did like a cord cutting ritual recently, or you're going to be doing a cord cutting situation or thing coming up, it does feel like it all goes back on them and it shifts their energy. But if they hurt you once, if they hurt you twice, if they hurt you thrice, no. And in the other reading for Libra, I put 333. So You're going to be able to know, like, you can't talk yourself out of things happening in 3. This is what you need to understand at this time, Libra. All right, one more card, and I'm gonna let you go. One more card, and I'll let you go. Karmic partner. What's this? So for the men, the Libra men, you need to go into your self-care. You need to dive into your shadow work. But I do feel like there is a twist between shadow work and self-care. You could be journaling at this time. You could be speaking more at this time, and it will heal you. But there is a karmic partner here that is an Aquarius or a Sagittarius. You need to leave these people alone. Unfortunately, but fortunately, unfortunately, you have to leave them alone. Or if they have these placements, so be well aware if you feel this starting in your gut onward. If you have Leo in your chart, there's a lot of truth that's going to be coming from you. I'm looking at this sword right under here, okay? And you're still learning alchemy in more powerful ways coming up. So do not limit yourself coming up. Libra, thank you so much for stopping by, trusting me with your cards, and all that jazz. I hope you guys, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you watch this, and whether you come back and watch it, so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. Grammar, words, either way.